Happy Saturday, citizens of Tetris. It's your old pal, Van Dweller, and I am back with more Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters. It's our annual championship, and it, of course, is filled with chills and spills and thrills and all that, as you would expect an annual championship. Things have certainly not moved along in a linear way. We've had some crazy matches, some eliminations that are shocking. And tonight, we've got a pretty high-powered bracket for you tonight. It is a top 32 bracket, which I'm going to show you the whole tableau right here. The top left-hand corner. Well, it's Saturday in Guam. See, that's the joke. Anyway, don't worry about it. Dog playing Tetris, Wallbant. I was saying happy Saturday to Big Pile Guam. And so I thought it was funny that he put that in the chat. Okay. Anyway, Dog playing Tetris, Wallbant. They will be playing in the orange finals, basically the finals of the orange bracket. You're not in the Twitch chat, Mr. Brain, so that doesn't make any sense. But I can see why you would understand that. In the maroon bracket, it's going to be Hydrant Dude versus MYLES. So this would all normally be like all orange bracket, but because we have our multi color palette, it is orange and maroon. So one of these players will emerge as a player in the top 8, because the winners of those two matches will play in the top 16 immediately. And one of them will get here, which is in the top 8. We've already got 2 of our top 8 determined, Huffaluffagus and Dangler. And we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of things have happened. We have no idea what is going to happen, and that is what is fun about this tournament. And schedule-wise, we are, let's see, hold on, there it is. Ready? Watch. I'll do some magic for you. The magic is you don't see this part anymore, so we're doing this part. Tomorrow, we've got 2 streams, and in fact, we actually have 3 streams. Tomorrow is the real Saturday, so it's Sunday in Guam. But where is it? So this is not on here yet, but anyway, tomorrow we've got the Green Mint 32. That's there. Meme Bland, Andy Neko. Huge bracket. That's at 12:45. We really need to get that done on time. Then pretty much immediately after that, it's going to be Blue and Olive. That's Blue, Scooty, Andre, Portal, and Dan V. And then after that, at some point, I guess it's 6 p.m. Central, 2300 UTC. That is when the Deck versus Sidnev pink match is going to happen, and that is the top 16 match right here. Deck versus, so that is going to happen. So we will have another tomorrow top 8. So does that mean, how many does that mean we are doing? Okay, so I go back to that. Let me look at it. So tomorrow we're going to determine 3 more of our top 8. We've already got 2. We'll be doing 3 tomorrow, and then that is a lot. And then let me see what we got after that. I guess we still have more to schedule, and they have not been fully scheduled yet, which what am I missing? I don't know. All right. Anyway, we'll see what happens as these are underway. Unless I'm mistaking something. Violet Tawny, Green Mint, Blue Olive, Orange Maroon, Red Navy. That's done. Sky and Aquamarine has been proposed. It looks like that might be Tuesday. It's not finalized. Mustard and Lavender, that's going to be broken up or something. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, yeah, because we already broke up Mustard. And then, yeah. All right, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. There's your top 32 today. Dog, Wallbant, Hydrant, MYLES. Let's take a look at our rules, guys. These are the rules of the tournament. Do you see these tournament rules? These are the rules. Let me go over the rules with you guys. This is a 64-player single elimination flat bracket plus a third place match based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether mechanical or electronical. Biological turbo. Players should not receive any real-time advice, and they should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. Okay, it's just a tour of the rules. Okay, there it is. Look. We should probably do this every stream, I think, just to make sure that people know the rules. Anyway, level 18 starts all the way through level 39 super kill screen. Make sure that's turned on. Same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. So prepare to do that. Points over the traditional max out do count. It's best of 5 throughout, except, oh, I didn't write that on there, guys. Rules. Uh-oh. Except for the final 2 matches, which will be best of 7. And the winner gets absolutely something. Anyway, do you want me to go over this again? I am a jerk. All right. Anyway, let's put this slide back where it belongs. Let me put it back. I don't want to fix it next time. Okay, there it is. Why is it so zoom in? Says Chen. I don't know, man. I just gotta make sure, you know, that they're readable. I guess, you know, they're not. You can't. It's hard to read. I'm having fun. You know, that's why this tournament exists. Anyway, winner gets absolutely something. That is a share in a prize pool, which currently stands at $13,333.33. That is a lot of dollars and cents. We want to thank those of you who have contributed to that prize pool. That is amazing. Appreciate that. Right now, we're paying our top 16. We have beaten our 2022 prize pool. We are working on beating our 2023 prize pool. And if we do that, that means we can pay the top 32. So that is the next target, is to get to that next thing. If you want to help, you can do it. Use the Matcherino command on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up 2 links in the chat. The first one is the one for Mega Masters. You click on that, and it'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our partner, Matcherino. They handle all the prize pool stuff. Go to the top right-hand corner. Click on Login. It'll open up a thing. You can quickly log in with your Twitch or YouTube account. It's easy. Once you're logged in, mustard colored button says contribute. Click on that, open it up, take a look, and put some amount in there. Don't even worry about it. Just hit random numbers until your fingers get tired, and then contribute. Yeah. So thanks again to everybody who's helping to drive this tournament prize pool. This is this event every single year is the largest crowd-funded amount for the tournament, and actually it remains so. Even though CTWC had a bigger overall prize pool than we did last year, their crowd-funded portion was smaller, and we beat them. And thank you for making that happen. Okay. If you want to support the channel, why would you want to do that? It doesn't matter. If you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/monthlytetris. I want to thank those of you who are doing that. You are on this screen right now. And a special call out to Scott Gray, Jay the Window, K9, Technoris, Corporal, Shall Be Satisfied, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Kakit9D1, and Mick Monkey. Thank you. That is very kind. If you want to be one of these people on here and provide us a pledge of ongoing support, do it. Patreon. Wow. Imagine doing that. And if you want to get merch, you can do it. ctm.wtf. Fan Dweller, now that we have found strong signs of life on another planet, will you admit the Earth is flat? Signs of life. I mean, we've some evidence that is consistent with it, but I don't think it's by any means proved, right? We have some compound which on Earth is only made by organic beings, but we don't know that that's true on other planets. So, I mean, it's definitely intriguing. I will not admit the Earth is flat. I still believe that it's a weird pyramid shape. Okay, well, the cameras look good. All right, we're ready to go. Now let's fix the cameras up. Cameras will be fixed. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-dee, ba-ba-doo, ba-ba-die. All right, there's a camera. Damn, you ruined the mean part of my joke with a fair, true observation. All right. Well, I apologize for, for ruining it. Jokes don't care about your feelings, okay? Or what is it? Facts don't care about your jokes? I don't know. Whatever. All right. So there's that. Camera. And we just got to get Wallbant up and going. All right, look at these. Look at these two individuals being all individuals and stuff. Pretty good. Imagine being an individual. Mustika is raiding with a party of 41. That's crazy. I don't know that name, but thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. 41 viewers watching this whole thing. So thanks for hanging out. This is Classic Tetris Monthly. This is our annual Mega Masters tournament. It's our annual championship. It's the largest, biggest prize pool online Nintendo Tetris tournament. Mustika is blueberry. Okay. Well, welcome, blueberry. If you like NES Tetris and if you like to see people play it at the highest level, well, you're about to see some of the best players in the world. Two of them are on your screen right now. And please give us a follow. We're nice, I promise. We're definitely nice on Twitch. Over on YouTube, it remains to be seen, but I kid YouTube. Of course, YouTube is great. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop pieces in the chat. The pieces are here. B9, 8A, DE. B9, 8A, DE. All right. Dog getting that coffee in him. What do you mean, Darth Bunny? You're not high level play? Oh, man. All right, Mustika Blueberry. This is slightly, only very slightly better than Darth Bunny. Only slightly. Still, though, it's worth watching. Wallbant and Eyeball, the last Canadian players left. That sounds correct. Hydrant Dude has dual citizenship, US and Canada. So there's 2.5 left. No, Knight is here. Knight is Canadian. That's 3.5. And Knight is still in it. All right. Looks like both players are ready. B98 ADE. Let's go ahead and get this game started. the orange bracket top 32. Let's go ahead and get them started. Dog and Wallbant in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right. We are starting with the TLZJS. Oh, the L, ruining it. That was 5. Anyway, this is Classic Tetris Monthly. This is our annual Mega Masters Championship. Top 64 qualifiers, really the top 64 players in the world. Maybe there's a few who didn't quite make it in. That's fine. But we got the top players in the world. They're playing here in a big tournament with a big prize pool. On the left side, it is a 9-time CTM Masters event winner, 2-time CTWC champion, a 2-time DAS Masters champion, the 8th player to crash the game, the only player to get the level rollover that we are calling Gym Rebirth, getting through 256 levels of Tetris and resetting it back to 0. He's a 5-time finisher in the semis or higher in CTWC's World Championship. And he's the score world record holder. So, it's hard to come up with more things that he could be that are impressive, but he's almost all of them. Seed number 1 in our tournament, it is Dog playing Tetris. He qualified into that seed 1 with a 1.89 million. That is the average of his best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier. 191 for Dog, 152 for Wallbant. Dog also the 4th ranked player right now in the monthly Premier poll. So he's doing pretty good. On the right side, it is a known Canadian. Seed number 33. He qualified in with a 1.20 million average of 3. Got an overall score PB of 1.6 million. That's in the top 60. He was 25th in the most recent Premier poll. A 3-time Futures Circuit winner. He played in CTWC's top tier championship bracket, the gold bracket, in 2023 and 2024. He's had high finishes in multiple regional tournaments, including in Boston and Montreal. He's got high finishes in a meme tournament known as Classic Tetris Level 12, which is all Level 12 starts with 12-player brackets and a $12 entry fee. And a nice guy and a good friend, it is Wallbant. 338 for Wallbant. 331 for Dog. So we get game 1 underway. This is a best of 5. So in each of these games, in each individual game of this set, the player with the highest top out score wins. And then there are 5 games played, and the first player to get to 3 games won is the winner of the match and moves on to the next round. 386 for Dog, 388 for Wallbant. Level 12 is more serious than Mega Masters. On some level, I believe it is. On some level. 434 for Wallbant, 432 for Dog. Now, Pumpy, you had, you had like purple colored brackets, but did you have like 4 different shades of purple, like in Mega Masters, where it's like purple, violet, lavender, and whatever else? That's what I think maybe you were missing. That was the secret sauce. All right, a couple of skims in Tetris's Wallbant. Going to keep that wall open, get a long bar in there, and another one. 485 for Wallbant, 467 for Dog. Bro knows 3 shades of purple. I mean, I'm just saying those are the shades that were in Mega Masters. There are probably other shades of purple that if I thought about it, I could probably come up with. $536 for Dog, $533 for Wallbant, 50 Shades of Purple. Oh no. All right, guys, we're going to reopen the Tetris fanfic channel. Somebody do 50 Shades of Purple. All right, actually, don't do that. 556 for Wallbant, 558 for Dog. We're approaching level 19 at 130 lines. The speed will increase by 50%. Wallbant is in at about 582. Dog is in at 583. So super close transition scores. We'll have 100 lines of this, and then level 29 will hit, and the speed will increase once again. This time, or that time, it'll double. That's going to happen at 230 lines. Tetris for Dog, 659. 638 for Wallbant. Wallbant earned his way into this top 32 by actually playing in round 1 and round 2, defeated Anakomi and then Mark to make it here into the top 32. Dog is in this round of 32 in virtue of his number 1 seed. Basically, the top 16 qualifiers were seeded in the top 32 automatically. So this is Dog's first match in this tournament. This is Wallbant's third. 750 for Dog. Tetris, 779. 719 for Wallbant. So Dog starting for the first time in this game to get a little bit of separation. And Wallbant is dug back down, gets a long bar down for a Tetris, 755. Dog ahead by about 54,000 points and has three fewer lines. So Dog will have more lines at the end available if he keeps this up. A few more lines, just a handful. If and when we get to that final speed increase, which happens at level 39, that is known as the super kill screen. Tetris for Dog, 932. There's a Tetris again for Dog, 964. All right, Wallbant playing aggressive here and not going to get that square all the way to the right. This is going to be very difficult to clear out. He needs to get something over to the left, and he does get something to help knock this back down. Not out of the woods yet. This is a very high dig. And Wallbant is going to top out at 835, and Dog is good in game number 1. Ryan the Lion says, any love for Dr. Mario? Are there tournaments? I would imagine Tetris guys would kill it. Generally, they don't kill it. But there are Dr. Mario tournaments. You can check out the Twitch channel. I think it's called the DRMC. I think, is that what it is? Yeah, the DRMC, like the Dr. Mario Championship is what it means. But yeah, check them out. They have like monthly tournaments and the whole thing. Okay, new pieces players. Oh, by the way, there's a giveaway. There is a giveaway. So please join the giveaway. Jay in the window has gifted a mug to the chat. Type !join in the chat to get in on the giveaway. You have a chance to win. All you got to do is type !join. Most countries, the shipping is covered. If it's like, certain countries a lot of the shipping is covered. But do !join everybody. There it is. Look at that. Meow. Thank you, Jay in the window, for gifting that merch to the chat. Penguin countries are not covered. Okay, the pieces are here. BAD44D. BAD44D. Some Tetris players are also good at Dr. Mario, but it's not automatic skill transfer. Dr. Mario requires a bit deeper thinking. It does. You got to be a very deep thinker. I mean, you have to be a doctor. That's what Darth Bunny says. Yeah, you do have to be a doctor to play Dr. Mario. I don't know if you knew that. Bad 44D. I don't know if it requires deeper thinking, but it's a different kind of thinking. Hydrant Dude says, I showed up to the Dr. Mario Championships once, never having played the game, and did not manage to qualify. Yeah, it's a totally different game with different things. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Dog and Wallbant. Whoops, where's my buttons? Here they are. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tetris says, I went to community college, so I can play Dr. Mario. It is a very fun game to play. I've been playing it on my Game Boy, whatever. And it's great. Oh, and it was Deck. Deck was the winner on Deck's birthday. It is actually Deck's birthday today. And yeah, imagine winning the giveaway on your birthday. Happy birthday, Deck. 50,000 for Dog, 72,000 for Wallband as we get underway in game number 2. Gionista says PB 29 million is still just ridiculous to see. Yeah, I agree. I think we had a $10 contribution to the prize pool as well. Just give me a second. I will bring that up and thank the person who did it. It was Tom J. It was in the amount of $10.36. That's going to bring us to $13,343.69. You guys. Dog with a big column of long bars on the left side of the screen. It's kind of like 5-tap insurance right there. If you pile up those bars all the way on the left, then you don't have to 5-tap anything. Tetris for Dog, 237, 180 for Wallbant. Imagine passing up that line. Oh, there was not a line spin opportunity. All right. So that left side a little bit messed up now for Dog after the shenanigans here with the long bars. And really just get a lot of long bars. Like, in a way, getting too many long bars all at once is kind of like, what do I do with all these? So it's not the worst thing in the world to do, to put them all the way on the left and to say I don't have to 5-tap for a while. Now, less utility on level 18, of course, for these rollers. Okay, it's 7 a.m. where random stuff of me LOL is. Thank you for the update. Appreciate it. Give us updates every 15 minutes, please. Thank you. Tetris Wallbant 321, 315 for Dog. All right, Dog is set up for a Tetris, one row off the bottom, column 10. He's going to get it. Probably still. Oh, no, he's actually going to try to attack that gap in row 1 that was keeping him one row off the bottom. It was in column 7, so a couple of burns will take care of that. Now he's all the way back down on the bottom and set up for a Tetris. He's at 371. Wallbant gets a long bar down in column 10, but it was only good for a triple, and now he's one row off the bottom. And let's see how he's going to attack this. Try to avoid covering that gap, but piece is not exactly cooperating. Finally, there's an L piece. That's going to allow him to do it now. Can he get out of this cleanly? We can build for a dirt. He's just going to take the triple and try to knock this down in the middle. A couple of long bars for the middle. Those are great. A couple of those long bars are great for Wallbant. Okay, now those 3 long bars coming for Dog. You know, I almost said 3 long bars. Well, I mean, I kind of did. But you got to be careful when the players are offset like this, not to spoil like long bar bursts and other bursts like that. Wallbant in a little bit of a situation. He's got an open well on the right side. Can he find a burn? Yes. Can he find more burns? Oh, he blocks that well just as the bar is coming. And he keeps doing it, and he keeps having a covered well when the bar comes. And the bar gets over, and Wallbant gonna bring it down. Oh, my word. And Walmart, did I say Walmart? Wallbant is going to use those bars to great effect to bring this down. Dog gets those bars as well. I literally just said Walmart. What the heck? Wallbant up pretty high here, though. This is going to be tough to dig down, but he's doing it. Okay, those are going to help. When players are a significant number of pieces apart, you do have to be careful not to spoil the significant piece bursts and significant pieces, because players are listening. All right, Wallbant gonna uncover that right side, and he's gonna get a Tetris. 537 for him, 631 for Dog. Walmart. Why did I say Walmart? I think I was trying to say like Wallbant and then another M, like another word with an M, but it got all pushed together and then turned into Walmart. It happens. 598 for Wallbant, 713 for Dog. He's going to get a Tetris and set up with another bar and get that Tetris. Do I shop at Walmart? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Tetris Wallbant, 657. He's going to use a bar for the middle. He's set up now. 829 for Dog, 688 for Wallbant. You think I want to say Wallbant and long bar at the same time? Wall bar. This seed does appear to be full of wall bars. I will tell you that. There's a lot of bars. 752 for Wallbant, 873 for Dog. Walmart sounds like a cool name for a Tetris team of Wallbant and Marts. It's got to have been done, right? With all the inane events you guys are setting up, there's no team of Marts and Wallbant yet? 941 for Dog, 821 for Wallbant. It's Skibbity Tetris all over again? I don't really know what you mean. All right, Tetris for Wallbant, 861. Dog at 975. All right, Wallbant on level 28 has got to uncover. Okay, there's a Tetris Wallbant. 900,000. Dog at A17. Oh, Wallbant gonna miss that tee. He was trying to like rotate that in and tuck it in, and it's gonna be an awkward 29 transition. Pretty high. That left side is too high to deal with. Wallbant gonna top out in game number 2, and Dog is good. It goes up 2-0. Oh, by the way, Canine watching Tetris, thanks for gigantifying that emote. Also, Dano222 with the 2222 super chat says, "Go Dog." Thank you, Dano. And also thank you, Canine watching Tetris. 2 great supporters of the channel. Really appreciate that. If you want to support the channel, you can find different ways to do that using the support command. You can also use the usual suspects, super chats, stickers on YouTube, channel memberships as well. Twitch has got bits, channel subscriptions. You can gift a subscription, and Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can use your what? You get a Twitch Prime gaming subscription. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. And you get one of those a month. Use it or lose it. Sometimes use it on us. That would be nice. Mr. Spoopy Skeletal with the 60 bits. Okay, seed for game number 3 players. You can take a moment if you need it. C5A0E5. We want Wallbant in Walmart. Yeah, they have Skibbity Toilet at Target. We want Wallbant merch at Walmart. I think that's only fair. I would buy it. Tom J with the 101 contribution into the prize pool. That's going to bring us up to 1334470. Thank you, Tom J. Appreciate that. Get that filth off the screen. Thank you. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's check seeds. C5A0E5. C5A0E5. Okay. It is time for game number 3. Let's get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, K10 watching Tetris. K11 watching Tetris. All right, a skimming a Tetris there for Wallbant. Start off game number 3. Wallbant needs to win this one to force a game 4. Extend this match. There's another one. Wallbant, 71,000. All right. Dog here, 95,000. Wallbant, 118. What the heck? Dano222 has gifted 10 fan level memberships over on our YouTube channel. The recipients are Tom J, Asplin Chen, Babber, Andy G, Trudy, Jordan Scott, Ravioli, Muhammad A, Le Bavu, and Rob C. Thank you, Dano222, for these amazing memberships to this probably the best channel on YouTube, I think. I took a survey recently of myself, and 100% of all respondents said this was the best YouTube channel. LKLK subscribed on Twitch with a Prime sub. Thank you, LKLK. Appreciate that. And again, thank you, Dano222, for all those memberships on YouTube. 277 dog, 259 for Wallbant. Gambit Zemmer with a $14.99 contribution. That is going to take us up to some amount that I will find out as soon as I refresh this. $13,359.69 says say the line. Well, I will say the line when the song comes up. That's when the line gets said, Gambit. But thanks to your $14.99. But just know when the line comes up, it will be dedicated to you personally. 327 for Dog, 312 for Wallbant. Uncover that right side. Well, Dog gets a long bar down. Tetris 350. Tetris Wallbant 367, 384 for Dog. Wallbant gets the Tetris. Wallbant ahead in lines. Small score lead. Dog takes it back with a couple of Tetrises, 431. Thanks for the follow, LKLK. We are well over the 10,000 mark now. Took us a long time. Stuck, within single digits of that 10,000, but seems to have greased the whatever the I don't know what my metaphor is here, but it's very greasy. All right, 484 for Wallbant, 500,000 for Dog. It opened the valve, is that it? And it seems to have opened the valve a bit. And now the followers are pouring in. Tetris Dog 545 through 114, 530 for Wallbant. Now 553 through 123. Is this the first match of tonight's stream? It is. It is indeed, Ogre. From Montana, I'm guessing. Or Middle Tennessee. All right, 614 entry. No, not yet. 614 for Dog, still on 18. But Wallbant entered with a 600K transition. So he knows the assignment. He knows he's got to, be aggressive, score high. 607 Wallbant, Tetris for him, 632. 621 entry for Dog. There are two more matches after this one, by the way. After this one, it will be Hydrant Dude versus MYLES. And then the winners of the two matches will face off to determine who goes to our top 8. 668 Wallbant, 696 Dog. Tetris Wallbant, 750, 748 Dog. Dog ahead by about a Tetris, back by 7 lines. El Pelton says, Hydrant Dude versus MYLES. What is this, January 2022? Yes. And you have the ESWT BBWC 2022 to look forward to this year. 835 for Wallbant, 831 for Dog. Shouldn't it be 2025? Well, no, we did not hold the one in 2022. Well, it was basically delayed for 3 years. So obviously it's still the 2022 event. I don't know what you mean. 909 for Wallbant, 953 for Dog. There's a Tetris Dog, 985, 943 for Wallbant. All right, Dog humming along. He's got the max out and more. A52 on level 26. Wallbant trying to keep that well open. He's got a good, stack here. Building out that left and getting a little droughted here, but finally finds a little relief. A39 max out for Wallbant. A92 for Dog. He's 9 or 10 lines behind, which is advantageous for him. Flash Theory is upset about the 2022 delay of the ESWT BBWC 2022. Oh no. All right, Wallbant cannot find a bar. Oh, finds a bar, but hangs it. And it was just a really tough drought as he entered 29. And he really was building up high there, and really only a bar could save him. And that, maybe if he had found a way to put it in column 3 and then find I don't even know what you do there. So GG's Wallbant, you are amazing. But it's going to be Dog moving on to the top 16. And Wallbant had a great run. Wallbant started all the way back in round 1. Has already, defeated 2 opponents on his way here to Dog. And put up a good fight in this match as well. So GG's Wallbant. All right, we'll watch Dog mulling it out. And we'll be back in a moment with Hydrant Dude versus MYLES. Are players prepping any new strats or glitches for ESWT BBWC 2022? Well, the big innovation for 2021 was snaking. And I think what I understand is that snaking has something you can do on other events as well, but I'm not sure. But I don't think, you think clipping will be banned in 2022? Quite possibly, we have to look at it. F88 for Dog on 36, so he's going for that rollover, and not going to get it. But okay, Dog's moving on. Dog, you stick around. Wallbant, you are dismissed. We got Hydrant and MYLES. On-screen celebration from K9. Thank you, K9. Okay. Whoops, that is not the thing. This is the thing. Here it is. So let's report that to the authorities of Tetris. Yeah, sorry guys. That is the rules for Mega Masters. You must be 100% freshly clean shaven, and a little bit of a shadow there for Hydrant. So if you could go and kind of just trim that up a little bit, that would really help. Appreciate it. Thank you. What is that? What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Do you have a glare or something? Or oh no, it's focus. I got it. Trying to get it to focus. It's fine. Camera focus, yeah. Or maybe he's trying to blur it more so we don't see the beard. That is. You shaved today, man? Oh my god, I had no idea. All right, don't worry about your blurry, terrible camera. It's fine. It's typical. Not of you, but of just everybody. All right, let's see. Okay, new pieces. 650A3E. 650A3E. All right, let's face emphasis, more Tetris emphasis. Although I started it. I need to see Miles let his face go one day. What do you mean let it go? Oh, you mean like, I don't know. I'm fine. Listen, he's got a reputation, okay? 650A3E. You shaved yesterday. All right, that's good. Lucky if I get one a week. 650A3E. Both players are on seat. Both players are ready. They're like, enough of this. They're not ready. Hydrant's not ready. I'm waiting. He's not ready. He's not ready. That's fine. He's not. He's ready. Okay, good. Now, both players are on seed. Both players are ready to play this Maroon matchup. Hydrant Dude and MYLES, no longer the great. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Hydrant Dude, qualified into this tournament into seed number 16. And in virtue of that fact, this is Hydrant's first match in Mega Masters this month. The top 16 seeds all got a bye into round 3. Qualified in with a 1.40 million. That is the average of his best 3 games. Played over a 90-minute qualifying period. Hydrant's overall PB, 2.3 million. That's good for about 35th on the list. Ranked number 20 in the most recent Premier poll. The former CTM Masters event winner in September 2021. The first player to roll over the score that happened in that very tournament in I believe it was a round 1 match against Odin Logi. It was a very exciting moment. He's also a winner of a Challenger circuit and a Futures circuit. Has been in the semis an additional 1 time. That was all the way back in January of 2020. He's a top 8 finisher in CTWC in 2022 and went out versus Eric, who is the eventual winner of that tournament. Was also top 16 in 2020. That was the first online year. And also played in the gold bracket in the 2021, 23, and 24. And has made the rounds of various regionals with high finishes in the Northeast Regional, Blanks Garage, Columbus, Montreal, Philly, and Boston. And was also the winner of the first ever Stupid Tetris Monthly. That was in 2020. We had 2 of them. And every year we're like, yeah, we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back. I never bring it back. But we're going to bring it back. I promise. We're bringing it back. We're going to find a time to do it. But Hydrant Dude was the first one ever that has a series of kind of side event modes like speed, 0 to 9 speed run, and no next box, and no rotation, and secret grade, and things like that. And the Hydrant's opponent in that finals was Ella, who was actually in the finals both years we held it. So that is Hydrant. Also, a dual citizen, which sounds very handy to have right now, Canada and the US. So I wish I had that. Believe me. On the right side, it is MYLES. MYLES qualified in at seed number 17. Qualified in just one notch below Hydrant Dude with 1.38 million. And that meant that MYLES had to play a round 1 match. A round 2 match to get into this round 3. And he did against Eliash. That was a very tumultuous match, to say the least. But MYLES is here in the top 32. MYLES with an overall PB of 8.063 million. That's good for about 6th on the list. It's tied for 7th in the most recent Premier poll. Was the 6th player to crash the game. 489 for MYLES, 488 for Hydrant. We are very close in lines and score in this game 1. Also a winner of a challenger circuit back in 2023. Has been in the finals 4 times, most recently in October against Blue Scooty. There's also 5 additional semis appearances. Was top 8 in CTWC's main championship, the gold bracket last year, top 16 the year before. And MYLES has had high finishes in various regionals as well, including a win in the Desert qualifier in 2022. That was the one in Phoenix. And also high finishes in Stillwater, Waco, and out in California at Genesis. And was the winner of Classic Tetris Brawl Winter Games this year. That is an invitational tournament with alternate game modes that is run by Dog Playing Tetris. 627 for Hydrant, 587 for MYLES. So big pacing going on right now. Can we do a DAS Tetris Monthly Mega Masters? Oh, I'll think about that. That's an idea that I will consider. Yeah, we are doing that. We haven't decided on the month yet. 678 here for Hydrant on 19. 613 for MYLES. 2 big scores. There's a Tetris Hydrant 702 still on 19 with a 700. And there's a Tetris for Hydrant 730. He's ahead of MYLES. Despite this big, huge pace, he's only ahead by MYLES by about 60,000 points. Tetris for Hydrant. MYLES with, also massive pace right now. Tetris MYLES 702. Hydrant filling out this stack here on level 21. Takes a skim to get set up. He's waiting out the bar. Tetris Hydrant 797. MYLES trying to keep this medium dig from metastasizing. 716 for him. Okay, he's brought it back down to a safe height. Now just needs to get to work uncovering that, building up. He's at 726. He's got an open well. He gets a long bar, gets that Tetris. 756 MYLES. 886 for Hydrant. There's a Tetris. 916 on 24. And, MYLES kind of digging and burning sequence. That has allowed Hydrant to jump out to a lead of about 130,000 points. Hana, yeah. Pace was unlocked, I think, in 2022. We're allowed to say it now. $986 for Hydrant, $913 for MYLES. Let's make no cap November Mega Masters next year. Oh my goodness. I can't even, I don't even want to contemplate what that would be like. A13 for MYLES, A31 for Hydrant. Both are on 27. And so Hydrant going through his own costly dig. And that allows MYLES right back in. So we are super close now in score. No max left behind when? Hey, somebody tell me, does someone know approximately what no max left behind would have been this year? And that doesn't mean no max qualifier. It means anybody who got a max out was in any game. A67 for MYLES into 29. B07 for Hydrant. There's a Tetris Hydrant. B44. There's a Tetris MYLES, although a little misdrop there with the S. Hydrant's board starting to climb, and that's going to be a top out for Hydrant. The target for MYLES is B49. B49 is the target. Isn't that also a bingo number? I'm not sure. All right, and MYLES kind of setting up for it. No, he's just going to take triples and trying to get this through. You know, he'll take the Tetris if it comes, but otherwise going to keep it low. He's just singling, doubling, and he's got it. MYLES has taken game number 1. Tetris said the last seed in tier 2 had a mid-max, if that gives you an idea. David B with the $100 contribution to that prize pool. David B, thank you so much for your generosity. Really appreciate that. That's going to take us to $13,460.70. That's amazing. Really, really. Thank you so much. I'm sure the players appreciate it too. All right, new pieces for the players. Vandy plays bingo with the grandmas. I mean, grandpas can play bingo too. D167DA. D167DA. They're coming to take me away, haha, right? They're, right, Danny? All right. The whole Scooty fam knows that. All right. Seed checker, D167DA. Yes, players are here. The players are ready. It's game 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Okay, 22,800 for both players. Hydrant's first appearance in a Masters event was all the way back in August of 2019. Hydrant's first opponent was in Masters, Corian. That's kind of a legend. So that's how far back Hydrant goes. MYLES' first match in Masters was May of 2021, and that was against Tetris Type. So slightly newer MYLES, but he had been playing in challenger circuits and futures and lower tiers and a lot for, you know, all the way back since 2019. So it did take him a while to get into Masters. But he finally did, and he's pretty much been a Masters player nearly every time since. $179 for MYLES, $173 for Hydrant. How old was Hydrant? Like 4? Yeah, Hydrant was 4 years old. That's right. $225 for MYLES, $248 for Hydrant. We had 78 with no max out left behind in 2023. I know I really thought about doing it this year, but I'm pleased with how the tournament is running. It's been very easy. We've already determined 3 of our top 8 finishers. We're April 18th, so I don't know, we're making decent time. We'll determine 3 more tomorrow. Well, no, we haven't determined 3. We've determined 2. So MYLES with interesting, probably not interesting to him, but interesting misdrop there, which requires a little bit of, you know, shucking and jiving to bring down, which he does. 328, 340 for Hydrant. I mean, if we had announced that it was no cap November, I think we would have had more, because I think more other people who we're probably not remembering right now would have played. 357 for MYLES, 409 for Hydrant. And MYLES just trying to bring this down. Just not able to get exactly the right pieces he's looking for here, but he's getting there. All right, looks like he's substantially cleaned up here. He's now Tetris ready, not the most accommodating board, so he's going to have to find a place to chuck that square. And he skims the cover off the well and gets the Tetris. 387 for MYLES. Hydrant, 456. He's his board climbing. Abby Normal says, I think Hydrant was in the first CTM match I watched. In that match, he tried to argue that a game should be replayed because a cockroach ran in front of him. That was Hydrant. That was your first time you saw Hydrant? Amazing. All right, a little bit of a misdrop there for Hydrant. MYLES set up, center well, gets it. 443 into 19 for him, 550 into 19 for Hydrant. So MYLES a little bit of work to do. He's back by about 107,000 points at the 19 entry. The speed has increased by 50%. On level 18, pieces drop 1 row every 3 frames. Now they're dropping 1 row every 2 frames. $496 for MYLES, $626 for Hydrant. I mean, no max out left behind with double elimination. That would be truly stupid Tetris Monthly. That would be like, what are you trying to do? 659 Hydrant, 574 MYLES. He uncovers the right side, gets a long bar down. Tetris. 605. There's Tetris Hydrant, 689. It would be the biggest event of the year, bar none. Bar none sounds like like the worst Tetris event ever. Okay, MYLES digging. Hydrant waiting out the bar. Bar goes down for MYLES. Hydrant kind of scrambling here, but he's got a path out. Okay, this is coming down. But this is tough. Oh, nice burn. Oh, no, that left side. That's going to be a top for Hydrant at 815. So the target for MYLES, 816. I mean, Liliana, that's what it used to be back in the day. Back in the very early months of the Vandy era, it was everybody who submits a qualifier plays. And after a couple months, it was like, this is ridiculous. And I created the community tournament. 816, that is the target. MYLES is like 1.5 away. There's the one. I'm just going to pick up the half. Got a lot of time here. 13 lines. Can easily get this. Does not have to go for the Tetris, but he's going for it, and he gets it. A lot of times, players will feel a little more comfortable just with their normal stacking rather than having to change gears and go, oh, now I need to stack in a different way. And, you know, you just kind of want to make sure you get it before 29 hits. You start scrambling at the bottom of the board. Okay. So, MYLES takes game number 2. If my first CTM was August 2019, I would have just turned 18, says Hydrant Dude. Well, that must have been, that's what Match Database says, and I believe whatever the internet tells me. All right, so MYLES just doing a little bit of mullening here, trying to go for maybe a back-to-back max record, and you got to start it now, right? If you don't max, you can't get it. And there's the max for MYLES. Okay. Here are the pieces for game 3. Shinobi says, Vandy is a pretty cool guy. There, the internet said it. It must be true. Yeah, source? Show me your source. Do you have a source? You don't have a source. Three two C7 E7. 3-2 C7 E7. Check the VODs. Oh, that's very nice. The roach was probably a mouse. I didn't have bugs in my apartment, really. It ran between my legs and I jumped and topped out. Is there a database of all the seeds that have been generated? I don't think so, Guafi. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead and check the seeds. Make sure. 3-2-C-77. Yes. Both players ready. Game number 3. Hydrant needs to win to stay in. 3-2-1 Tetris. Yeah, for the record, it wasn't Hydrant's place. It was university housing. And there aren't really, I grew up in Massachusetts, which I think is roughly where Hydrant is from, same region of the country. And I don't think I ever saw a cockroach in my entire life. I had never seen one. So I don't think it was a cockroach in Hydrant's place. When I was the first time I saw one was in Las Vegas. I had already lived in Massachusetts and Wisconsin. I remember it. It was one of those small little nasty, what they call German cockroaches. They're like the small, very bad ones. And it was like the whole apartment complex in Vegas that I was in was infested. That was bad. And then the first giant one I saw was in Texas, like my first week staying at my friend's garage apartment. on a futon. And the thing, I swear, like I was lying there on that futon. The thing was like the size of a fist. It was massive. And I'm like, where do I live now? Why do I live here? What the heck? 79,000 for MYLES, 63,000 for Hydrant. Long bars have been a little difficult to find here, especially well-timed ones. Tetris for Hydrant. MYLES can't use that for a Tetris, and now he's got parity problems on the right side of that board. All right, he's starting to make some headway. Okay, that bar goes all the way to the left where it needs to go. I mean, he's doing what he's got to do. That square is going to help a lot. Okay. He is bringing this down. He's brought it down a few rows already. One more. He uncovers and gets a bar and clip it and ship it. That is a great dig from MYLES. I mean, these have become known as, you know, a MYLES dig, right? MYLES dig. That's why. 152 for MYLES. I mean, it's probably better if you don't get into those that often, such that they're named after you. But still very impressive. 175 for MYLES. There is a Tetris. 194 for Hydrant. I mean, amazing. 220 for MYLES, 217 for Hydrant. Okay, Hydrant gonna tuck that L, S spin. He's set up for a Tetris. Now he's got a bunch of burns he can take on the right side of the board. Gonna refill that left side. And Tetris for Hydrant, 267. 270 for MYLES, who is now ahead in lines by a little bit. I guess not too many now. Singularity, really, Singularity is here with all the ideas. Wait, I got an idea. The Old Masters Monthly, which means it includes like Jeff Moore, Terry Purcell, and all the old Tetris masters. You know, that is an idea that is comes out every once in a while. MYLES up high again. Long bar gets over before this can fester. The problem is all these old peoples don't know how to stream or want to stream. Jeff does. I can't imagine Terry ever would. I can't imagine it. And they did have a Legends tournament at CTWC in 2023. And that idea sort of morphed into like Jonas Cup, sort of. Or no, that was 2020. Yeah, that's I think how that kind of went. And you know, there were a few of the legend type players there, like Ben Mullen and Quaid and things like that. I don't even remember if those are the exact players, but players like that. But in the end, it went, you know, it was Fractal versus Scooty in the finals. But yeah, we thought about doing some sort of throwback tournament as well with just the old players and things like that. 449 for Hydrant, 418 for it's been on the idea log for a while. 418 for MYLES, 500 for Hydrant. Okay, MYLES with a hang there on the right side. Opens up the right again. He skims. He's waiting for a bar that is timed well. There's two of them that are not. Okay, he's open again. Uncovers, gets a Tetris. 453 MYLES, 553 Hydrant. Yeah, Mega Retro. Alex Kerr. Okay, a little split double there for Miles, 469, 610 for Hydrant. So Hydrant doing what he's got to do in this game 3 where he's down 2-1. Singularity says, wait, did Joseph learn rolling? No, he did not. The last game, as far as I can tell, that Joseph ever played was in CTWC, the online year 2023. That was his exit against Huffaluffagus. He also lost a game to Hydrant Dude. That knocked him down to the loser's bracket there here, I believe. And he came kind of roaring all the way back, I think, into the losers finals, which Huff won, which propelled him into, if I'm remembering that right, which propelled Huff into the finals, right? Okay, 596 for Miles. This is going to be tough. Gets a long bar to the left. Hydrant with a dirty Tetris and gets it. 819. Going to bring this stack back down. Long bar goes in for a split double. Still trying to work this whole mess down. 827 on 27. 610 for Miles on 28. So Hydrant with a 200,000 point lead. Miles with a very high board as we approach the speed increase on 29. He's not even going to make it there. He's going to top out 614. Suffer game for Miles. And a bit of a moderate pace there for Hydrant as well, but it is enough. So Hydrant will extend this match to game 4. New pieces. Where's my buttons? There they are. No, 2023 was not an online year, unless you might be thinking of me beating him in CTM month. You won? Oh, maybe. Let me look. Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are totally right. Okay. Is Joseph still playing Fortnite? I don't know. Let's check. All right, both players are ready. 3AE30F. Okay. Both players ready. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. That is true. Cheese once had to skip a Masters event due to going out picking pecans. That is a true story. Alex T had to skip a Masters due to a pool party. I mean, look, that's before we had prize pool, you know, when we were in our phase of pure innocence, before it was all corrupted by money and making all the players all bedraggled and harried, running them out there every single month. I gotta. Yeah, I got kids to feed. I gotta play Tetris this month. It's a job now. Was it a mozzarella pool party? I don't think it was a mozzarella pool party, but do you mean Parmesan? Is that what you mean? Mozzarella and Parmesan, very different cheeses. Just very, very different cheeses. Parmesan, a hard cheese, almost used as a seasoning rather than a cheese. And of course, mozzarella, a melting cheese. $188 for Miles, $208 for Hydrant. How many players have the exclamation point thing? I don't know. Giovanni has been summoned. Uh-oh. We've activated Giovanni by talking about Italian cheeses. And let's make it very clear. Alex is not... Uh-oh. Miles is in a little bit of a jam after a couple pieces did not land right. All right, Miles trying to bring this down. That long bar is going to help. And he's just kind of bringing it down row by row. Okay, 3 more rows to go. 1 more row to go for Miles. There's the double. He opens up that right side well. And there's the bar for both, really. 274. Miles will survive a little bit of a scare, but he's still here. 297, 334 for Miles. While Giovanni is here, and we're talking about Italian cheeses, I just want to make perfectly clear that when, you know, Alex T is using Parmesan cheese and all that stuff, that is not the real Parmesan cheese. The real Parmesan is like Parmigiano Reggiano, a real Italian cheese. What Alex is using is not a real Italian cheese, okay? It's probably a combination of Romano and sawdust. All right, that's what Giovanni came here to say. I could anticipate it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that's why Giovanni was even here. 388 for Miles, 449. If you get that thing in the green can, Giovanni wants you to know, you American, you are not eating Parmesan. Tetris for Hydrant, 472, 412 for Miles. Chris Estes, Vandy is such an elitist. I am. When it comes to Italian cheeses, I'm as elitist as they come. Tetris for Miles, 4-8. Well, especially when there's, you know, this Italian in the chat who's, you know, watching every word I say and ready to correct me and get all upset. You know, I want to remain a hero to the Italian people. 503 for Miles, 545 for Hydrant. You sound the exact same every single year, Vandy. Well, I mean, doesn't everybody? Like, shouldn't you sound the same? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I am a 47-year-old man, so I'm pretty much settled, you know? 616 for Hydrant, 578 for Miles. All right, Hydrant with a bunch of stuff piled on that right side. He has a dirty Tetris setup in column 1. It's not set up anymore, though. And so he's kind of burning some valuable pace here and giving MYLES an opportunity to crawl back. Okay, Hydrant going to open up that left side. Is that a Tetris? I think so. I was kind of looking at something else here, but that's right. Hydrant getting it taken care of. But MYLES now within one Tetris here. Oh, Wallbant gets over for MYLES. 7:02. Hydrant still cannot work this down, or has not. Has not yet. There's a nice triple. That's going to help. Is there any new word record about Tetris recently? I don't know how to catch you up. Head on over to I don't know. There's a lot. There's always something. You know, Dog's got the 29.7 million. He's got his rebirth. Sidnev with the level 39 line cap world record, 2.1 million. Perfect max out. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on, so I'd recommend following a bunch of the best Tetris players on YouTube because that's where they're going to post everything. 823 for MYLES, 812 for Hydrant. So MYLES now in the lead by 43,000 points. It's about a Tetris and a half. Yeah, perfect max out. That's like all Tetrises basically the entire way. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, Mari, because I don't know how long this person's been away. I don't know what lately means. Hydrant's board starting to climb. This is a problem. MYLES really in the dig of the tournament, and no, that is going to be a top out for Hydrant at 8:59, and MYLES will be moving on to the top 16. Hydrant, we hardly knew ye. We get one window into Hydrant's world here. And unfortunately, that is it. MYLES, well, unfortunately for Hydrant, I'm sure MYLES loves it. But Hydrant, GG's, always a pleasure. Mr. Moonstruck says, Hydrant's Dirty Tetris Game 3 was beautiful. I agree. Hydrant, are you still doing any tourney? You still doing that? That's always a very fun event. The any tournament, basically an any DAS tournament with like weird DAS settings and other weird modes and all that kind of stuff. So check out Hydrant Dude 8 when I remember and I'm not traveling. So that's pretty much never. I got it. All right, good. No, but follow Hydrant Dude. It's a great event. Congratulations to you, Hydrant, for your top 32 finish anyway. Congratulations to MYLES for moving on. But we're going to the next match. It's going to be Dog versus MYLES, so no rest for you, buddy. You are continuing, Hydrant. We will allow you to stick around and watch if you would like to, but GG's. Okay. Time for the next match. Okay, folks, the Tetris Commentators Union says I get a 3-minute break every 9 hours. I'm going to take that break. I will be right back. Okay, I think I'm within 3 minutes. Am I? I don't know. Hopefully I don't get reprimanded by my boss. So yeah, something happened in the house where the lights all blinked, so I'm not sure if we're having something go on. But we'll fight our way through it. And remember, players, remember these rules. Okay? Remember these rules, players, all right? Here they are. There they are. Okay, there's one. There's some of the rules. Here's more of them. Okay. Do the rules apply if you don't read them out? I mean, I think they don't apply when I read them out, apparently. You're watching on both YouTube and Twitch now. Appreciate it. Yeah, everybody should watch on YouTube and Twitch for maximum revenue generation. All right, did we have another? No, we didn't. Well, let me refresh here, just make sure. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, we're good. All right, folks, it is round number, what? I don't even know, round number 4. That's the top 16. This is our top 16 so far. Oh, I didn't report that last match. That was 3 to 1, right? Three, 1. Okay. Now we'll refresh. This is what our basic top 16 looks like, although we already have real results beyond the top 16, but we're filling it all in. We are getting it all in. And we've got these top 8 players here. 2 of them. We're about to determine another one. Oh, that is a Weezer album. All right, the Weezer album is being held up, the blue album. I guess you are in solidarity with Weezer right now, obviously going through some weird stuff. All right, players, pieces are incoming. F84638. Dano222 with the 2222 Canadian Super Chat says, "Go Miles, eh?" That's how I heard it. I heard it in my head, though. Thank you, Dano222. Appreciate that. FB4638, F8. Oh, the seed checker. Got him. Dog, you are wrong on the internet. Dog, you are wrong. It is F8. Dog, F8. Ah, got him. Okay. F84638. We are good. Both players are ready. Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters Top 16. The winner of this match goes to the top 8. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There is a new giveaway in the Twitch chat. Anonymous gifted a pint glass with more colors. Which pint glass is that? I don't even know what that is. A pint glass with more colors. Oh, that's the that is the long bar colorful variant. So it's the fictitious bar where everybody knows your game. The long bar. So if you want to join that, use the exclamation point join command. If you want a chance to win that, do it. We are underway in game number 1. Dog versus Miles. 74,000 for Dog, 91,000 for Miles. And thanks for the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from K9. Appreciate that one. On the left side, it is Dog, aka Dog playing Tetris, qualified in at seed number 1 from the United States with an overall PB of 29.4 million. That's a lot of millions. That is the current score world record in NES Tetris. He's a 9-time CTM Masters event winner. I saw Miles with a Vitz over there. Dog qualified in at seed number 1 with a 1.89 million average of his best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier with a level with a 39 cap. The world record on a 39 cap just in a solo game is 2.1 million. He qualified in with a 1.89 million average of 3. He's ranked number 4 in the most recent Premier poll. As I said, a 9-time CTM Masters event winner. That's inclusive of our Lone Star event. That was a live Austin, Texas event in 2023. He's a 2-time CTWC world champion. Finished 2nd in that event last year and in the top 4 the other 2 years he played. He's had high finishes in various regional tournaments, including a win in the Oklahoma DAS tournament and in Waco, and was 5th in the Jonas Cup. That is a That is CTWC's North American DAS Championship. And oh, by the way, he's got 2 wins in our monthly DAS tournament, DAS Masters, including last month. So that is Dog. On the right side, it is Miles. He's at 311, by the way, 256 for Dog. Miles earned his way into this tournament in seed number 17. Had to play a round 2 match. That was against Eliash, and he won that one in a thrilling decider, 3-2. And then also took out Hydrant Dude 3-1 in the previous round. So Miles is here in the top 16. His qualifier was 1.38 million. Got an overall score PB of 8.06 million. That is good for 6th or about there somewhere on the list. Is the 7th highest rated player on the Premier poll. Was the 6th player to crash the game. No, I didn't mention Dog was the 8th crasher, and he also got that gym rebirth. That's minor detail. No big deal. Miles, also a winner of a Challengers circuit, has been in the finals 4 times, most recently in October against Blue Scooty, was top 8 in CTWC 2024, top 16 the previous year, and also played the previous years in CTWC. And he has had high finishes in regional tournaments all around. 357 for Dog. There's a Tetris for Miles, 420. So Miles' high finishes include a win in Phoenix in 2022 and good finishes in Oklahoma, Waco, and at the Genesis event in 2024. And he was first place in Classic Tetris Brawl's Winter Games, which is a series of alternative modes. It's an invite-only tournament conceived and hosted and run by Dog Playing Tetris. 512 for Miles, 436 for Dog. Dano222 has just gifted 10 memberships to the YouTube community of Classic Tetris Monthly. Thank you, Dano222. If you are Theodore, Jared, Paprika, Loff, Arm, Naval, Bracknar, Chili, Mr. Inori, and Ben, if you're one of those people, you have received a subscription to the YouTube channel. So thank you to Dano222. 514 for Dog into 19. Miles, I missed his transition, but he's at 655 on level 20. So right now, Miles ahead by 140,000 points and ahead by about 7 lines. So there was a winner in that giveaway for the glass. That, I believe, was Deck, right? There's a new giveaway from Fake Contorted Rodent of that same glass. So another chance to win that glass. Use exclamation point join. 594 for Dog, 735 for Miles. So Miles with about, 170,000 point lead ahead by 10 lines. Tetris is here, where about these players are, around 26, 27,000 points. That gives you a sense of how far ahead Miles is. There's a Tetris Miles, 821. Thank you, Fake Contorted Rodent, for that giveaway. K9 Watching Tetris gifted 3 months of Tier 1 on Twitch to Eric ICX. Thank you, K9 Watching Tetris. So both K9 Watching Tetris and Dano222 really carrying the water for the gifted memberships on both of our YouTube and Twitch channels. 2 amazing community members, very generous. Thank you so much. 829 for Dog, 976 for Miles. Miles got the max out. He's on 25. 861 for Dog. A07 Miles. Tetris Miles. A73. 892 for Dog. Miles still ahead by about 10 lines. There's a skimming of Tetris there for Dog. Another Tetris Miles. B09. He's got a 1.1 on 27. Tetris Dog, 995. Just a few thousand points away from that max out. That million points minus one. That was the big milestone in the Classic Tetris community years ago. It still is a big milestone for a new, for a player who hasn't got one. It sure is. And still is the hallmark of a overall well-played game, generally speaking. If you got a max out, you probably did pretty well. Miles is into 29. He's at C55. He's trying to bring this board back down. He's got holes across multiple rows and columns. He's trying to make sense of this. Dog here. Okay, trying to bring this down. Oh, great. J to the left. He's going to take that triple. A70 for him. C70 for Miles. Miles still fighting this back down. Kind of at a stalemate with the board right now. It's not going up, but it's not going down. He's just kind of treading water here. The board's starting to climb a little bit here for Miles. Bringing it down, though. Good pieces left and right. Oh, no, he's going to hang that J to the left. The target for Dog is C89, but Dog's board is climbing. This is going to be difficult. Great bar for him. See what he can do to bring this down. Got to get to C90. I don't know if he's going to get there. No, that's going to be a top out for Dog, and Miles is good in game number one. The second giveaway is Billy Mac Makes. So Billy Mac, make sure you click on that link to redeem your item. And Billy Mac, right? Another Canadian, right? There's Canadians everywhere. I've been singing the praises of Canada and the Canadians for a long time. Can I get honorary citizenship as well? All right. I do love Canadians. 8C98E6. 8C98E6. We'll take you. Oh, that's very sweet. Eight C9, 8E6. You really got to check these eights with these players. Eights and Bs. All right, but they are good. Both players are ready. It is game number 2. Miles is up 1-0 over Dog. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Gambit Zemmer with the 899 contribution to the prize pool. Appreciate that. That's going to get us up to $13,000, of course, $469.69. This is really, this whole prize pool thing is a war between people trying to put 69 on the board and people trying to have patterns like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 4, 6, 8 and all that. A 101 contribution from Tom J. Immediately wiping that horrible number off the board. K9 has paid 60 bits to gigantify an emote from Dog's Twitch channel. Okay. Dog with a little bit of a situation here. Still low on the board. Good adjustment there to make room for the L piece. Oh, Dog's going to get to work trying to clear this down. That is not a Tetris well, so he's not going to treat it like one, and he's just going to chop it down in chunks. Okay, nice little T-spin for Dog. And he's nearly out. 899 from Gambit. into the prize pool. It's going to bring us up to $13,479.69. Thank you, Gambit. Billy Mack has redeemed the pint glass. I'm sure Billy Mack has like a homemade, like handcrafted, like home bar with like fine woodwork and all that. Billy Mack is a great YouTube channel. I haven't. Did I somehow get unsubscribed from it? That happens sometimes, but he's got some great woodworking stuff. You go look him up on YouTube. He made a Tetris cutting board on there with some help from Dog playing Tetris. All right, I believe Dog provided the game board, like the that he kind of worked off of, right? He's like, here's a board. You will stay hydrated with this beautiful glass, imagine. It is a contribution war now. We're up to 13,480.70. Okay, I see. Dog played, and then you made the pattern of pieces from Dog's Tetris board. Well, you could hardly, choose a finer player whose board to pay tribute to. Tetris for Dog, 232. 292 for Miles. Although maybe you should have, chosen a Canadian. What about, Wallbant, Eyeball, Ella? No, you want to ride for the Texan. Well, that's when there was peace between our two peoples. 818 from Gambit. It is a war now. $13,488.88. Thank you, Gambit. Appreciate that. YouTube is Billy Mack Makes, right? Billy Mack Makes. Jasmine is here. Jasmine, you have missed a couple of hits. Oh no, Miles with a little bit of a situation. Gets a long bar over though. Now he's got some pesky holes in the board. He will not be Tetris ready down the right side until he takes care of that or starts to build on top of that somehow. This is going to allow Dog maybe to start getting into this lead now, or cutting into the lead. 396 from Dog, 423 Miles. All right, Dog didn't have a good place for that S piece, so that's going to cost him one line of burning. Probably cost me about 30 lines. Oh, maybe a little bit more now. All right, Dog trying to avoid going for the S-spin. Much safer to take the tuck. $426 Dog, $449 Miles. So both players now clean. Miles with the score lead, but also ahead by 8 lines. Eight-Bit Lord said, at their level, is it really about safety or is it efficiency? Well, it's really about both, and knowing when you gotta be safe and knowing when you gotta be efficient and being able to switch seamlessly between the two. But mostly, it is efficiency. And that emphasis is gonna go up every subsequent round, because the players just get more and more consistent, more and more aggressive, make fewer mistakes. All right, Dog, 549, 550 for Miles. All right, Miles trying to keep that right side open. He gets it open again. Long bar goes in. Tetris for him. Just to instantly recover the well, though. 615 for him. Dog now in the lead. 659. Back by 4 lines. He's got the score lead. And he's got lines in hand. Jazzy Josh says, I didn't skip 2 ads on YouTube just for you, Vandy. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Yeah, sit through those ads. I mean, that is the one thing that I kind of wish we didn't have to contend with. I mean, that is how, it's a good chunk of how this is all funded is ads. And I wish it didn't have to be, but that's what we got. 774 Dog. There's one Miles. And another one Dog. So Dog now ahead 80, 90,000 points, something like that. Miles ahead by 10 lines. So maybe it's closer to, maybe it's closer to about 80,000 points. They're 5 lines apart, 80,000 point lead for Miles. Okay, adjustment there for Miles to make room for the bar. He's going to fill in the stack there. Miles gets that S-spin. And Tetris down for Miles, 849, 929. So we're roughly 30, 25 lines away from 29. The speed is going to increase. In fact, it's going to double. And that speed will be maintained for 100 lines until level 39. There is one more speed increase, a terminal one. Please go to sleep with CTM YouTube VODs on autoplay. I mean, that's really the strategy, is coming up with like long form essay content, like 4-hour videos that people fall asleep to. That's what we got to do. All right, Miles board getting up pretty high. Long bar gets over. Oh, Miles going to top out on 29 at 828. So Dog is good in game number 2. Miles' board was just too high centered, and he just could never get anything down to try to knock it down right toward the end there. So did his best to get a bar over, but then 29 just kind of like, wham. Dog gonna mullen it out a little bit here. There's a Tetris. EO8. All right. Dog with the win in game number 2. We are at 1 game apiece. If you are watching right now, but you're not following the channel, help us out. Give us a follow. We recently got to 10,000 followers. And, hey, now we're trying to get to 11 or 15 or 20, really 100,000. That is the next goal. We're not going to celebrate again until 100,000. No, we will. All mullins are required to be aggressive now. True. Uh-oh. I think Dog overcooked the spaghetti or something. Remember, we've got more matches tomorrow. There they are. Green and mint is a thing. That is happening at 12:45 Central, 17:45 UTC. Blue and orange top 32 at 3 p.m. So basically right after that. It's going to be Meme, Bland, Andy, Necco, Blue Scooty, Andre, Portal, and Dan V. Should be some pretty fun matchups. So make sure you're here with us tomorrow. There's one match in between. The deck and Sidnev match is also tomorrow. I don't know the exact time. I think it's 6. I think it is 6. All right, D56044. Both players ready. Game number 3. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, ZLOZ. Oh, the weather outside sounds really weird. Earlier today, very windy. We did have something happen to the electricity here, just like blipped on and off for a second. But I've got a UPS, so, it didn't really affect the stream or anything, but I don't know. This is a little weird. We're underway in game number 3 of this best of 5. Miles dealing with a little bit of a irritating board. All right, but he's going to start burning all this away. 2 more rows. And there's a good J piece for the left, and a long bar gets waggled, but it does find its way into the well on the right side. For the Tetris, 101 for Miles, 120 for Dog. Tetris Dog, 149, 125 for Miles. The S flat on the right side for Miles. Trying to minimize burns here with no other good place to put it. And it works. And he gets a Tetris 194. Long bar into column 9 for Dog to get set up. Another long bar to get the Tetris. So both players at 47 lines. Dog ahead by 7,000 points. Sentient Longbar said it's getting odd in San Antonio as well. See, I'm in Austin, so that's why San Antonio is relevant to me. Just about, 90 miles away? Is that what it is? 263 Miles, 247 Dog. They both Tetris. If you have good enough stacking and good enough range on your rolling, could you theoretically get a perfect game every single time you play? Well, even the AIs don't really do that. But close, I guess. Yeah, I mean the RNG. I mean, if it were true 7 bag, then yes, probably. But the randomness of the RNG really hurts. That's my understanding. It's very not sophisticated. There are smarter people here than me. $356 for Miles, $389 for Dog. Miles could really use a bar here, but those couple of L's will really help. Miles trying to keep that right side well open. All right, Miles has brought it all the way back down. 416 for him. Dog with a dirty Tetris center well. All right, he's just going to take the burns. Not going to mess around anymore with any center well, dirty, whatever nonsense. Just going to bring it down, take the burns, reestablish, have a good stack. And that is what he has mostly done here, although he creates a little gap there and a long bar dependency in column 3. Kind of forced into it. 427 Dog, 425 Miles. Miles has a dirty in column 10, set up and gets it. Can't remember the name though, but it's in Austin, so you got some good food over there. There's a damn good breakfast place I want to revisit with my wife. Let me think. Is it Kirby Lane? Maybe Kirby Lane. $4.45 for Dog. There's a Tetris down the middle for Miles. 5:02 entry into 19. There's also a place called like Snooze, but I think there's like one of those in a couple of cities, you know. But people like that as well. 5:08 for Miles, 4:57 for Dog. Jasmine does not like Snooze. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been, but some people like it. So yeah, both players with, I wouldn't say suffer paces, but kind of on the lower end of paces. Dog's still not over 500,000 yet, and now on level 20. Longbar gets in. Tetris for Dog, 510. 571 for Miles on 21. Very expensive avocado toast. I mean, I'm sure eggs and avocados about to, you know, even more expensive. Who knows? 647 for, you know, if it weren't for all that avocado toast, you'd all be able to afford houses. Tetris for Miles, 693, 649 Dog. Oh, First Watch. Yeah, I think First Watch is kind of similar. We have one of those, but yeah, I think there's some in multiple cities. 738 Dog, 726 Miles. Well, yeah, Mari, it's all that avocado toast. That's the problem. All right, Miles 793 Dog now in the lead by a small amount here, though Miles is going to get a couple Tetrises in a row. He's 7 lines ahead. He's ahead by, well, nothing now. So anyway, they're trading the lead back and forth. They are offset by, you know, 5 or 6 lines, something like that. Still very close. Anybody's game. Overshift to that Z for Dog. That's going to slow him down by a couple of burns here while he takes care of it. It's going to allow Miles to get back out into a lead. Tetris for Miles, 967 on 28. Tetris for Dog, 931. There's a Tetris Miles, A10, the max out into 29. And he brings that stack all the way back down very quickly, very cleanly. He's taken a triple here. And Dog is in with the Tetris in at 973. Well, actually more like in at about 930 something and gets that Tetris immediately after. So 986 Dog, A75 for Miles. The middle of that board is a mess. It's not survivable. Miles going to top out at A75. The target for Dog is A76. So he's got a lot of time. A76. Don't worry, Miles, you're good. Dog knows what he's got to do. He does not have to go crazy for Tetrises and things like that. But he can do what he wants. He can do things his own way. Okay, there's a Tetris for Dog, and that's going to do it. That Tetris will seal it for Dog. In game number 3, he's going to go up 2 games to 1. So the chase down for Dog. Found it. It's called Another Broken Egg. Oh, the other place I was thinking was the Omelettery, which is pretty good. Another Broken Egg. I don't know that place. I'm going to look it up. Where is that? Another Broken Egg. It might be a franchise. Uh-oh. So Dog on level 38, he gets the D43. That's 1.3. He gets all the way to that level 39. So GG's to both players. And I am not seeing one in Austin. Maybe it's closed. Oh, no, Austin, Frontage Road. Oh, that's like right near me. Oh, wait, I just gave away my address. That's pretty close to where I live. Oh, it's at the link. Okay. Yeah, that's not far. I could walk there in like 20 minutes, half hour. Something like that. Now you know where I am. Yes, I could ride my bike there. That's true. All right. Thanks for the recommendation. I might check it out. All right. So Miles doing some last minute, whatever he's got to do. We got new pieces. So if you need to take a moment, players, that's fine too. I'm not going anywhere. 610-524. Oh, 0524. It's my birthday. So look at that, doxing me all over the place. You can know where I am within a 3-mile radius, I guess. And now you know my birthday. So start opening credit cards in my name, guys. 2222 from Dano says, you got this, Miles. All right, Dano, Miles fan. Don't you have all our addresses from the merch? Oh, that is true. You make a really good point. How can I use that? All right, 610-524. Both players are on seed. Both players are ready in game number 4. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. That's right, y'all. You better not act up in chat or talk about people's cameras or, you know, pause in the middle of a thing. I got all your addresses now. All right, it is game number 4, Dog and Miles. The winner of this whole match will go to the top 8. We've already got 2 people in that top 8. One of them is Dangler. The other one, Huffaluffagus. It's crazy that one of these players won't be in the top 8, but that's a tournament, you know, it keeps going. Players keep getting eliminated, and that is the nature of the beast. Couple of Tetrises for Miles, 85,000, 94 for Dog. 109 Miles, 117 Doug. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 164 for Dog, 155 for Miles. Adam Healy says, glad Van Dweller has the time to put this stuff together. These Tetris tourneys are always fun to watch. Thank you, Adam. What color is this bracket? This is orange versus maroon. I gotta admit, I'm liking the maroon more than I like our existing red. I like our navy more than I like our existing blue. It's like I've changed up so many things of this tournament over the years. I have not changed the colors of the main 4 quadrants of the monthly bracket. I probably won't do it, but I'm really digging this this maroon. Golizer says, what a maroon. You're Bugs Bunny? And Bugs Bunny used to say that in the 30s. 251 for Dog, 272 for Miles. We can't change up the colors. I mean, that is... they're iconic. Vandy was around in the 30s. You guys are about to be around in the 30s. In 5 years, it'll be the 30s. Question for Vandy. What's your opinion on P. Terry's? It's fine. It's a little... it's a little characterless, but it's fine. It'll do. Honestly, I love the breakfast sandwiches, like, better than I like the burgers, but they're fine. No complaints. The fries aren't my favorite. Shakes are good. So, you know, if you're nearby and you need something, prices are good too. $350 for Miles, $368 for Dog. All right, Tetris Miles. A skimming a Tetris for Dog, $396. There's one for Miles. There's one for Dog. Da, 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 da. They just keep Tetrising. Carl's Jr. and In-N-Out. I mean, Carl's Jr. is, yeah, definitely more akin to Whataburger. And Pete Terry's more akin to In-N-Out. You dropped Whataburger when they nuked your mushroom Swiss. That's gone? The mushroom Swiss is gone? What? Tiny Speakers says, I keep hearing Vandy say skibbity Tetris more than skimming a Tetris. I have no idea what you're talking about. $540 for Miles, $517 for Dog. You guys, yeah, I don't know what planet you're on. Miles with an errant flip of that LPs. That's going to slow him down as he enters 19. He's at 553. Dog is at 564 on 19. All right, so Miles trying to navigate this carefully. $565 for him, $641 for Dog. Miles with a great long bar to bring this whole thing down like 3 rows. That's going to help him out a lot. Now he's just waiting on a bar. He gets it. That's a Tetris, $599. 669 for Dog. Miles here setting up center well. He's going to get it. 629 for him. Well, this center well now is just for a triple. Going to block it here. And the game want to force feed him Z's and S's, which is exactly what he does not need. At that moment, anyway. 635 for him, 732 for Dog. So Dog out to almost 100,000 point lead. Miles bringing this down. Dog with a Tetris, 762. He's just motoring along. Miles all the way back down to the bottom. And yeah, Miles a little frustrated here. Just can't seem to get anything going. Dog, meanwhile, nodding. As players feel like they're in control when they're nodding. They feel what they're doing is working. They approve of how they're playing. All right, Miles has straightened out his board a bit, climbing a bit, but gets a Tetris, 694. 806 for Dog. There's another one, Miles. Miles back by about 80-something thousand points, although Dog adds a Tetris. There is a bit of a line difference here. Miles ahead in lines. Andy, that is so above my level. I don't even know what you're referring to, but I imagine it's amazing. 916 for Dog, 859 for Miles. There's a Tetris Miles, 894. There's one Dog, 953. Okay, Tetris Dog, he was going to take the skin, but saw the bar in the window and rotated that T so that he didn't have to take it. Miles is into 29 at 970. Dog going to take a nice easy single in at A60. Gets a Tetris A97. Both players have maxed out. They're both at 29 and beyond. Okay, Miles gets a nice triple. He's got to bring this board back down. We'll see what their Dog's approach is here. And yeah, he's Tetrising. Or trying to. That left side, he gets the J over. That is crucial. He gets the Tetris. He's going to take a couple triples here. Just try to recover a bit. B65 for him. A44 for Miles. 120,000 point lead for Dog. Lines are closer now. And now it looks like both players kind of in line out mode here. A little bit of a safety mode for, I don't know how long they're going to keep it up, but now Dog's starting to build up. Again, he's set up again. He takes a skim here. That left side for Miles is going to be a problem. He's dealing with it, but oh no, that left. And that is going to be a top out for Miles at B02, and Dog is going to take this match 3-1 and move on to the top 8. But Miles, a great performance. Miles had a very memorable tournament and lots of thrills and spills and chills and all that. But it's going to be Dog who will be in the fight for another Masters, and in fact a Mega Masters championship, which he still does not have. He's done every other thing you can do. He has not won Mega Masters yet. The 3 that we've had, one of them is Alex T, 2 are Fractal. Dog is still around, and he is in, and he will have a shot. Miles, again, GG's to you. Always a pleasure, always very entertaining, and hope to see you back here in subsequent months. On-screen celebration has been ordered by K9. Thank you for that. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And wow, what I mean, I got to decompress a little bit because that whole bracket was amazing. Okay, let me report this. We'll take a look at our situation. You can see the progress we've made and what we're going to do tomorrow. Oh, I didn't report Dog versus Hydrant. Oh, wait. I misreported this, actually. I accidentally reported Hydrant as going through, so I'm going to have to fix this in the back end. It was a mistake on my part, so I cannot show you the updated situation, but you can easily imagine it in your mind. Match 49, it says Dog versus Hydrant. My mistake. I just reported it incorrectly, so I will go back and fix that tonight. But you can imagine MYLES where it says Hydrant, and then you can imagine Dog moving on to match 57. Saying, wait, is Fractal out? Sky has not been played yet, Mari. Prediction payout? Yeah, can Ahmad take care of the prediction? I don't know anything about it. So imagine Dog in that spot where it says winner of match 49. That is where he is. So we now have 3 players in our top 8 decided. Imagine Dog at the top spot up there to go along with Huffaluffagus and Dangler. These are names that you would think are typical to find in the top 8. And they are here. But, oh, Jay in the window with the contribution to the prize pool. That takes us up to, what is it? Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Jay in the window. That takes us up to $13,696.31. That was a very generous contribution from Jay. Thank you so much. That was $207.43. You've already done so much, Jay. Really appreciate that. So thank you. And thanks to those of you who got into a little bit of a prize pool war, including Jay in the window, Gambit Z, Tom J, trading contributions back and forth between patternistic numbers and meme numbers. The eternal struggle between patterns and memes. Tom J with the $4 contribution. Yeah, you're going to zap every 6 and 9 on the board. Thank you, Tom J, for the $4. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you to those of you who contributed to the channel this stream, including new followers, Tiny Speakers, LKLK, YouTube follower, Richmond Films, Twitch resubs, LKLK, Eric ICX, that was a gift, I believe, Tom J, Saplin Chen, all these people listed here, gift memberships from, who was it? Dano. I don't want to say the wrong name. Twitch bits from another person who is not Dano, K9 watching Tetris 321, super chats from Dano, and Twitch raids from Blueberry, aka Mustica. So thank you everybody for your support of this channel. It really means a lot toward the continued existence of this tournament. It's been going on for 7 years. It's a focal point of the Classic Tetris community. Silver Sauce with the 238 contribution to the prize pool. That is going to get us up to 13,702.69. Thank you, Silver Sauce. We're inching ever closer to our 2023 Mega Masters milestone, where we'll pay the top 32. Oof, buddy, do we tell them? Well, now I'm curious now. What do you mean, do we tell them? Do we tell who? Tell who what? What are we telling them? Where is Alex T? Don't tell them. Do not tell them. No, really don't tell him. Boshika, you are a huge fan. Please don't spoil it for Boshika. Boshika is a huge good fan, so do not spoil, please. But watch the VODs is all I'm saying. Okay? Anyway, thanks again to y'all. We'll let that run a little bit. And again, thanks for the prizes, everybody. Y'all are crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There, that's all the things. Schedule. Tomorrow, join us. 12:45 p.m. Central, 17:45 UTC. That's Mean Bland Andy Netco. Pretty much immediately after that, it's going to be Scooty, Andre, Portal, and Dan V in the Blue Olive. It might run into it, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. And then pretty much immediately after Blue and Olive, it's not on here yet, and Cat Surgery has not added it. But I believe 6 p.m. Central, 2300. Some of this stuff is not right. Yeah, 2300 UTC. That ESWT BBWC time is not correct, but yeah, that Deck and Sidnev will take place after the Blue and Olive bracket. This is actually really compressed because we got to compress like 7 matches into about, what is it? 7 hours. And that sounds like, an hour per match. No, but things happen that you guys know all about. So after that are the other brackets scheduled. They have not been added to the schedule, but I can give you a sense of what is sort of taking place. It looks like the mustard and lavender is probably broken up. Let me look at that. Mustard, yeah, okay, mustard lavender. It's going to be SV versus Sunny. That solo match is going to happen, it looks like, on Monday. Chiller will add that later when they're awake. Well, they might be awake now. I don't know, but probably later. So that is happening, and that will complete that bracket. I would love to do, if I don't think Akatu's going to be ready after that, but anyway, that is Monday at 22 UTC. That's 5 p.m. Central Time. So that's Monday. And possibly Akatu might be able to play afterward. Oh, no, too late. 2 a.m. for Akatu. Okay. So just solo match there. And then Sky and Aquamarine looks like it's slated for Tuesday at 7 p.m. my time. That's basically 23:59 UTC or 0 UTC. That's Fractal Eyeball Night and Guafi. So it's all getting there. So yeah, those are the real. That's what's left. So they're getting there. Okay, what do we do now? I guess we just do whatever. Just hang out. Thanks, K9. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. A little tired here. I feel like I want to play on Nestris.org, but I am kind of tired here, and I didn't eat dinner yet, so probably should do that. Maybe I'll come back later, just unannounced, start playing. But for now, and I probably shouldn't because we got, matches tomorrow, and I want to be fresh and ready for all of you. All right. Take care, YouTube. Have a great day. Thanks again to our patrons, Scott Gray J, K9, Tacky, Corporal Shalby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Potato, Cat Kit McMonkey, and all the rest of y'all on that slide. Appreciate you. Take care, YouTube. Bye-bye. And then I should raid CTL. Last time I raided CTL,